started on 13b, which I'm just going to do. Well, there's a lot of questions, so maybe I'll do two or three of them, walk you through them. I just wanted to alert your attention to the imperfect tense right here. Everything you need to know about imperfect tense so far is found right here. As I say, the BA, notice there, um, appears in verbs that are in the past or imperfect tense. So, iter faciebant, they were traveling um, along the Appian Way. Volebat, he wanted, and verberabat, kept whipping. So there are a few ways to translate imperfect tense, um, like this right here, iter faciebant, could be translated, and I think this is covered more in the next chapter, but it could be translated as were traveling, used to travel, kept traveling, or began to travel. And sometimes with words where it just sounds funny to say was wanting, you could say wanted there. But were traveling, I think, or was beating is the typical way, but you can also use kept whipping um, to translate that. And then, as I said in another video, erat and erant, poterat and poterant. Notice how these don't have BAs in them. These are irregular verbs and they have an irregular imperfect tense as well. Okay, 13b. Read aloud and say whether the verb is present or imperfect and translate. Okay, so when you look at the first one, Cornelia sobarbere sedet, you probably remember that from the very first chapter. Sedet, notice it's a regular verb. It's not some weird irregular verb like sum esse, like erant or possum or poterat. So that's a regular verb, so no BA in there. So that is present tense. So you're going to write present. You can write, I'm going to make this blue actually. You could write sedet equals present, and then you can translate it. Cornelia is sitting under the tree. Oops. Or you could also say Cornelia sits under the tree, or Cornelia does sit under the tree, something like that. Number 2 over here, Flavia in agris ambulabat. Now, BA shows up in that, so this is an imperfect verb. So we'll say number 2, ambulabat. My keyboard is slow for some reason. Oh, I missed it. Hold on. Ambulabat equals imperfect. And that, therefore, is going to be translated Flavia was walking in the fields. Flavia was walking in the fields. One more. Romani in Italia habitant. Notice no BA there, and this is a regular verb, not an irregular verb. So this must be present tense. This is from habito, habitare, which means to live, right? So the Romans, note the plural, Romani, not Romanos, but Romani. The Romans live in Italy. Or you could say Romans are living in Italy, or Romans live in Italy. Variety of ways to say it. But habitant, we start with that. Habitant equals present. Romans. Whoops, sorry. Romans live in Italy. All right, so there's 1, 2, and 3. So just go through them carefully. Look for BAs. Like I see one here, I see one here, I see one here. But also notice poterant is the imperfect of possum posse, to be able. So watch out for that. It's not always a BA. When it's irregular, look for these.